What is up, everyone? Today is... Oh, I should turn that off. Today is November... It's almost the 5th, so I'm going to say the 5th. It's like 40 minutes till the 5th. But in some parts of the States, it's already the 5th, so we're going to call it that. And that makes today almost 11 months on T, like a week and a half short of that, but close enough. So almost 11 months on T, which means my year is coming right around the corner, which is blowing my mind, just how fast this year's really gone. Wow. But yeah, so I just want to make a quick life update and trans-related update, because I haven't really made one since I had the huge medical change over about 2 months ago, and I kind of wanted just to update on how that's going and all of that fun stuffs. So the life update's pretty short. My head is in a book like 24 hours a day. Occasionally I go to the gym. Sometimes I eat. I poop. Human things. But yeah, it's been going well overall. I've been meeting some really incredible people. I've met a few other queer trans lawyers, and so that's been really great to make those connections. Not so much local, unfortunately. I'm really hoping to try and find a few of them lurking, but I don't know how much hope I have for the area. But if not, that's okay. But I'm really excited to be able to be involved with the organizations I am, and we're working on some projects to hopefully kind of help ourselves in the school, but also help the community by maybe potentially starting to assist with like name changes, gender marker changes, things like that, just because that whole process can be very confusing and scary, and it's just very intimidating. Like really anything in the legal system is terrifying. It's one of those things. It's like you read all these crazy words and you're like, oh my god, I don't know what this is, and that's completely normal, and it's hard. And I'm almost done with my first semester of law school, and I'm still like, I don't know what that is. And I feel very dumb all the time. So, it happens. But essentially what we want to do is help people, overcome those barriers to get the things they need to legally transition. So hopefully that will be getting off the ground here. We have a few other projects we're working on, but I'm really excited about that one. So yeah, it's just been really hitting me the amount of impact that I'm going to be able to have here soon, and really making a difference for the queer and trans community. But also, I've been able to learn and listen to people who are trans who have had different experiences than I have with the legal system, to hopefully learn how to better meet their needs. Like for trans clients who are in the criminal justice system, and how many needs there really are there that we aren't really talking about, and that no one really knows how to deal with. And even though I'm trans, like I would screw up if I had not talked with these people in assuming things, or just thinking, oh, I'm trans, I've got this. Because it's not the same. Like there are different experiences even within the trans experience that it's important to learn and talk through to be a better ally and advocate to those people, and not just assume that you know what you're doing. Which it was a good wake up for me. I think I'm glad it came early. And I'm sure it'll come multiple times throughout my career. But it's good to get that in my head in my first semester of law school, and learn from other people's mistakes, so that hopefully I can do a better job representing my clients, and not make the same mistakes. At least I have the opportunity to learn. Anyway, so that's my life update. Just law school nerd stuff, whatever. But as far as physical stuff is going, there's a lot of weird shit that's happened. Pretty much since I started T, or since I've doubled my dose of T, it's been like restarting T. So like all of the original changes are back, which suck in a lot of ways, because let's see, my acne, like I've never gotten acne in my life. I don't know if you can even see it. It's really not that bad, but like I'm complaining about it because I've never had it. Like I've had pimples, but I've never had like acne, and I had acne happen on my chin, and it's not great. So that came like super fast, and that's been sticking around. I'm really hoping that goes away soon, because I'm not a fan of it. My voice has been squeaking, but I don't think it's dropping. It's just cracking again. It could just be the weather and allergies. I'm really hoping that's all it is, because it's really embarrassing to be sitting in like a law school class and being like, oh yeah, well the parole, oh great, there goes my voice. So that's wonderful. I've been sleeping a lot. That's been the worst and most difficult thing for me to navigate, has been my need for sleep. Because when I first started T, I was sleeping all the time, and I had to, because it's like my body was growing physically, like mentally, it was just a huge change. Everything was just like, just go to sleep, we'll handle it for you. So that's been happening again. For a while there, I couldn't function on less than 9 or 10 hours of sleep a night, and like by function, I literally mean like function, not like feel good, not feel like mentally rested. Just literally get out of bed, do the necessary work for class, go to class, come home, and like not be like falling asleep in class, like literal bare minimum functioning level. So that was really difficult because that is not a fun thing to do when you don't have time. In law school, you don't have time. So that's been hard. Thankfully, that's been kind of tapering off to now. Most of the time I can get away with about 8 hours of sleep. 7 is absolute rock bottom minimum. I cannot function on less than that. And honestly, if I get 7, I kind of need a nap. Otherwise, I just can't focus. So that's been difficult. But those are the negative things. I kind of tend to go for like if someone offers me bad or good, do you want the good news or the bad news? I say bad news because then I'm not like waiting for the hammer to fall, and I hate that. So that's all the bad stuff. Now the good stuff. The good stuff is I feel a lot better. I know I just got done saying like, I can't function without sleep, but like assuming I get sleep, mentally I've been a lot more clear, which is good. I don't feel as disconnected from my body, and not in a dysphoria way, in a like something's off. I just feel very foggy mentally. I can't really like grasp the fact that I'm alive and that I'm like interacting and that this isn't a dream. Like everything just felt very surreal for a lot of my experience prior to doubling this, which was a really weird experience for about 9 months. But yeah, and like looking back, I don't really know how I dealt with it for that long, but I guess you kind of do what you have to do. Where now I feel a lot more connected. That barrier is gone, and I'm able to really connect with the things and engage with people. So that's good. So the mental change has been huge. Let's see. The only other mental change I think that I've had has been temper. I've been getting irritated again about really stupid crap, but it's like a flash and then it's gone. So I dealt with that early on, and I'm expecting that to go away as well, eventually with time. Physically, I've gotten a lot hairier, which is cool. I have a few more chin hairs going on now. Like, I actually have to shave every few days. Like, I used to be able to get away with shaving, like, once a week. Honestly, I probably could have pushed it longer, but I just didn't like having any fuzz at all. But even a week, I was nothing. And now it's like every few days, or this part of my mustache is starting to get really creepy. It hasn't filled into the top, it's just the sides, but they get really long and dark. And then I'm getting some chin hairs in here and some sideburn stuff going on as well down my jaw, and some neck. It's coming in a little bit, but it's mostly just really strong peach fuzz, but I'm getting a few like actual chin hairs as well in that mix. But it's enough to make me look creepy, is what I'm saying, so I have to shave that now. But that's been fun. I don't have any chest hair. I don't think I'm ever going to get chest hair. That's fine. It's kind of gross, honestly. Sorry if you have chest hair. It's like gross thinking about it on me. But like belly hair, I've been getting more of. Like my leg hair is it's actually looking like leg hair now, and not just like wispy things that you can't see. So for me, I've been getting hairy. For everyone else, I still don't look hairy, but for me, let's see what else. Oh, the obvious one. Physically, I've gotten bigger. This is a large shirt, and I'm now filling it out pretty well, where I didn't before. I look really tiny in this. This like angle makes me look super small. But this is a large shirt for reference. When I started T, I used to wear a small, and now I wear a large, and I fill it out. So I've definitely seen growth in my shoulders and back, and all of this has been growing, which is good, and I'm excited about it. It's making clothes a little bit difficult, clothes options a little bit difficult, but that's okay. It comes with the territory. My legs have been getting a lot bigger. Just pretty much everything's growing again, which is cool. Strength-wise, I've gotten a lot stronger. That has been like, holy shit, what happened? Because I generally don't keep track of how much I'm actually lifting until the end. So I'll do my reps, with whatever weight feels challenging to me, and then I'll tally it up at the end, because otherwise I'll psych myself out and either lift too much, because I'm like, oh, I gotta get that, or I won't lift enough because I'm like, oh, that's 70% of my 1 rep max. Even though I could probably lift more, it's fine. So I don't generally count. So I've been finding that like when I'm done with my set, I'm like, oh, that was my old 1 rep max. Just did 5 sets of 3 with that. Cool. So that's been fun, and that's pretty much been every single lift, like literally every major lift, like front squat, back squat, snatch, power clean, like you name everything except like overhead squats, and overhead squats are kind of a challenge just because of surgery, but I don't think it necessarily has to do with strength as much as it does just regaining that muscle control. But yeah, so that's been super fun. I've been able to perform at more of like the CrossFit male standard, getting a lot closer. I've hit like one workout for men at an RX, but most of them have just been getting closer. So, but I mean that's okay because most guys can't RX workouts anyways, so it's it's not like that big of a deal. But I've been able to live, like when it comes to strength, I've been able to keep up a lot better. Endurance is the thing I really struggle with, but that's just me as a person. It really doesn't necessarily reflect on me as a trans person. I suck at running. I suck at endurance things. Like I love picking up heavy shit, but I hate picking up shit over and over and over and over and over, and that's kind of what CrossFit is, in case you didn't know that. So, yeah, but strength-wise, I've been seeing a lot of improvements, which has been super, super exciting. I'm really, really happy about that. I'm really hoping to push my deadlift over 300 here soon. I'm like 10, 12 pounds away. So we're maxing out like next week, and I'm really hoping that I'll get that. But yeah, even overhead strength, my old snatch used to be like no, it wasn't even 100, it was like 90 something. And then I did it again, it was like 125 or something. I was like, oh, that's cool, I guess I can make 125. Alright, that's cool. But it's been super fun to kind of figure out, oh, this is really cool, and like connecting with my body and understanding, where the limits are, and they're always moving. So that's cool. That's pretty much it for T updates. I don't really have anything else, I don't think. So, yeah. Chest update. Let's see. I am almost 6 months. I'm like 5.5. 6 months will be this month, post-op. So, this lighting makes my scars look super dark. Like, they're really not this dark. It's just the fluorescent lighting. But yeah, they've lightened up quite a bit. God, I hate this lighting. Like, that's a little bit better. That's kind of more-ish, but they're still even lighter than that. They look really red in this, and I look really red, and I'm not this red. But yeah, that's my chest update. It's getting there. It's filling out. I think the muscle that I'm developing in here is helping quite a bit. So yeah, scars, I'm trying to massage them at least once a day, trying to go for twice. But that doesn't always happen, unfortunately, but you kind of do what you have to do what you can do. Yeah, the contours coming in now, and I'm excited to see where it goes over the next 6 months, because I know the biggest changes really happen in the first year, and it can take that whole year to really settle in, and honestly beyond a year, but really it's the first year that kind of kicks that into gear. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got as far as chest updates and everything else updates, honestly. So I'm gonna call this video good. I will definitely be back to do a 1-year comparison video here, because that's coming up, like I said, in about a month. So I'll try and throw some old, clips together, and pictures and voice comparisons, and maybe even dig a little further back and see if I can find any good, any gems. I have a few of them, so throw some of those on there as well. But anyways, I'm gonna cut this off because I'm rambling. Everyone take care, peace out, have a great rest of your day, make wise choices.